Well, hey everybody, December 1st, 2011, Michael Catlow here, sitting with a dear friend of mine.
Bill Franklin.
It's not just Bill Franklin, he's Bill Franklin the man. We've actually just had an opportunity to finish a 3-part coaching session,
Correct.
I think it was, as a company and as individuals, learning about not just what the DISC profile is, but how to utilize it.
Right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the DISC profile today.
Okay.
So Bill, real quick, tell us a little bit about your background.
All right. I'm the managing partner of MindSet, which is a business coaching concern. And I've been doing coaching for over 15 years. I've been in the financial services industry for over 20 years. In fact, I had my own firm down on Wall Street for many of those years. And I've been in sales, financial sales, and coaching for most of my career.
And we've had an opportunity to know each other, I guess, for a year.
For a little bit over a year.
That's correct. And it's been a fantastic year, by the way. But where this video came about, and this is the first one I've ever done like this, so if it's bad, we apologize, but I think there'll be some valuable stuff in here, is recently I was just reading a book from another friend of mine, a gentleman named Steve Edwards, and the book is called Who's in Charge of You? Answer That and Change Everything. And actually, I don't know if it's okay if I say this, but Bill's actually been doing some writing over the past, past couple weeks or so.
Now the cat's out of the bag.
Now the cat is out of the bag officially. But here in this book, in chapter 12, the first page, this is what sparked me to want to do this interview with Bill and make sure everybody out there knows of his talents. And it says here in this book, and it's going through an interview, and it says, he asked 700 millionaires what they believed the #1 trait was that helped them achieve their success. Again, 700 millionaires. Any guesses what the #1 trait was? It wasn't working long hours or earning a master's degree from a prestigious college. Nope, it was excellent interpersonal communication skills. The simple ability to communicate effectively comes in first every single time. So, I believe that to be somewhat accurate,
right.
Exceptionally accurate. And over the past several weeks, again, we as a company have had an opportunity to sit and go through part of Bill's coaching program, I think just at the scratch of the surface, but just utilizing the DISC profile.
Sure.
And as individuals, in our personal relationships, our business contacts, we've already increased our profitability. We've been able to close deals that we would not have been able to close already. We have physical, tangible evidence of that. And that was actually after our very first coaching session. It's just been a fantastic, fantastic personal experience as a business person and an individual.
Let me just go through the process just a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. So initially, I meet with people, and they share with me what their concerns are. And with business people, it's usually around profitability. And when we've discovered that the issue here was Michael is in touch with so many people, and he influences so many people, but there was some that was just getting away, and he didn't want any to get away. We decided that working with this was the most appropriate tool to use, and that's all it is. It is a tool. It's just like any other tool. You need a master carpenter if you have a hammer, or a master electrician if you are fixing an electrical problem. Well, DISC is my tool, and I consider myself a master DISC electrician or carpenter, if you will. But I've been fortunate enough to use it for many years and been very effective in the corporate arena as well. So it was a delight to use it with your team. What I particularly enjoyed was that you embraced it, you and your team embraced it initially and instantly, and you utilized it and got instant results.
Instant. Crazy instant.
Do you want to share one example?
Well, it's funny. We're actually here in our home office, and literally yesterday, well, actually back up, a couple weeks ago when we had first started this process, what we had done is that, if it's okay if I share that,
please.
We had done an assessment which kind of identified us as individuals, and then Bill sat with us and we kind of walked through what that assessment meant, which one of the categories of the DISC profiles we are, even though we all have little pieces of all of them, and then how to start effectively communicating with other people who may be of a different profile or different mindset even.
Right.
And we had a customer that had actually called in, and we had talked with, and they were, as you do the DISC, you'll understand this a little bit more. Our whole team, which is good and has some challenges to it, we are all really high I's. Right. And we were dealing with a customer that was a very high C, which if you look at the chart, they're actually almost direct opposites, in extreme opposites of each other. And as we were talking with this customer, whether it was via email or phone calls or whatever, it became very challenging on our part. And we've been in business for 12 years, and 12 years historically, we've had multiple conversations, and we have told customers, we just don't think we're the right fit for you. Right. We would encourage you to go look somewhere else for the services that we provide. And so after one of the calls, I was able to sit here with our team and say, okay, let's take us out of the equation and just kind of look at things and say, okay, well, is this person above the line or below the line, which you have to take the test and work with Bill to understand that. But is this person above the line or below the line? And then are they left of the line or right of the line?
Correct.
And we were able to really identify, at least from a very quick standpoint, kind of where this potential customer was. And instantaneously changed, I just got goosebumps talking about it.
Wow.
Literally changed our communication and how we communicated with that bride. And to use some of your language from our conversation earlier, there was an immediate energy shift.
Right.
And we were able to close that deal that we typically would have thrown out the door and given to somebody else just because of different communication styles. And already it's an $1,800 job in the books.
And that's tangible. So let me clarify something. We're using terms that you may not be familiar with. D.I.S.C, D-I-S-C. D is for dominance, I is for influence, S is for steadiness, and C is for conscientiousness. Most people associate that with being analytical. So as we analyze this and we determine where you are, we confirm this is your preferred style, and you would see the world through your eyes. Well, not everyone sees the world through your eyes. So part of what we do with the coaching is help people meet others where they are. And that enhances communication.
100%. So we want to keep this video in particular a little bit short so we can just kind of give you a little teaser, so to speak.
Yeah.
But and this is impromptu, by the way.
Yes.
There's no script. I have some note cards. There's nothing written on them. But in communicating to somebody maybe who's heard of D.I.S.C before, or maybe has not heard of it, maybe they've heard of it but don't really know how it works. What is something you would want somebody to know to empower them or encourage them to say, this is something I really should take a look at?
If you're finding that your communication styles with other people is not as effective as you'd like it to be, get a clear picture of where you are, and you do that through an assessment. Once you are clear what your preferred style is, then what I do with my clients is I walk them through a process. It usually takes 3 sessions, but in your case, it happened right after the first one.
Although the second and third have been just as powerful.
Okay.
All 3 sessions have been great.
And during that process, we help you become so much more effective that it literally affects your profitability. So you need to understand where you're coming from and then meet people where they are at the moment.
Absolutely. And I want to say this on camera and in the public eye. I'm a big believer in, actually I guess more so recently, of really identifying kind of who we are, how we operate, what makes us feel good, and so forth, and then applying that into business. And we've been in business now for January will be 12 years. We have a wedding and event planning business,
Right.
and we've had some great successes and some challenges and stuff as well. But doing this assessment, excuse me, and going through this process with Bill, take it with a grain of salt for those of you out there that don't know me, but this has been literally in 12 years of business, some of the best dollars that we have ever spent. And I'm not a paid endorsement of Bill and MindSet, but it has been absolutely one of the best sets of dollars that we have spent. And it is, it's already paid. We've already profited from paying for the services that we had with Bill, and just from that one simple call, we've already made all of our money back.
Okay. So I just want to clarify one more thing. In order to communicate more effectively, you do not have to change who you are. Michael has not changed who he is. He simply has met people where they are. And the other thing I'd like to share with you is that if you strengthen your mindset, you'll grow your business and increase your profitability. And the name of my firm is MindSet.
How can they get in contact with you?
You may reach me by telephone at 980-355-1896. Or they simply can email me at info@sharpenyourmindset.com.
And is it okay if in the description of this video we put that information in there?
Please do.
Anything else you want to say?
This has been a wonderful experience working with Michael and his group, and I'm honored that he has decided to do a video with me.
Woo! It's our first one ever. So hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Maybe we'll have some more business tips or life tips for you. Again, Michael Catlow, if we're Siskel and Ebert or whatever the case is, well, I'm Siskel and Ebert, I guess, at the same time. I give Bill Franklin and MindSet 2 thumbs up and 2 index fingers. So I don't know if that means anything.
Thank you.
But have a great day. We'll talk with y'all soon. Did it stop? All right, let me stop it.
I don't know.